Disney's Animal Kingdom used to be another jewel in the crown of the Orlando theme park complex. But now the unfortunate fact for current Walt Disney Imagineering is that it's a heavily themed space. And they don't want heavily themed spaces. They want something they can put IP in everywhere. Well, now they're getting rid of their only dinosaur land, with Dinoland USA going away for Tropical America's Land, and now photos have emerged of a groundbreaking ceremony at Dinoland USA. That's par for the course at most new attractions for Disney parks and resorts. However, this one happened on pavement, where they had to bring in ground in order to break that ground, and it's just as awkward as you might imagine. Let's talk about that on That Park Place.
I believe, Culture, you've heard of this project, this Tropical Americas project, right? This idea to retheme and reimagine the Dinoland USA portion of Disney's Animal Kingdom into something fitting for like South America or Central America, the Americas, that have little representation currently in Disney's Animal Kingdom. The reason why we're not super hyped about this project is because, well, we have heard that they're not going to spend much on this project. It's going to be a lot of reusing of buildings and existing infrastructure and so forth. And while there might be one new attraction, it's like, well, dinosaurs are kind of, they've been part of this park for so long. Is Disney getting rid of the dino game? Go ahead.
No, they don't have any interest in spending or upgrading anything in their parks. Right. You know, and the biggest problem is, and the thing that lays this all out and makes Disney look terrible, is that anytime they tear something down that was integral to a park, they do not replace it with anything that's equal to or better than what they got rid of. So, you know, if they think if they don't touch the buildings or you know, the general layout or infrastructure, that, you know, their off the shelf solutions are going to be, you know, something that will, you know, add value to an area that, you know, kind of had a complete thought to it. They are incapable of complete thought. Just take a look at Epcot and what would have been or should have been Project Gamma. Walcott was Walcott for many, many years, and nothing came of it. The giant commerce building that they were going to build to charge people giant amounts of money so that they could watch a late night show that they can't figure out how to make work in Epcot, you know, in the major water feature of Epcot. You know, that was a complete disaster. Never got built. Instead, you get some dumb, you know, like, I don't know, airport lounge, you know, that replaced like, you know, kind of a nice place to go to get away from the hot and eat and, you know, maybe visit with your family, charge your phone. I mean, they tore away the original ideals of this park, you know, when they started dumping frickin' Frozen and stuff like that into it. But, you know, the activities that you want to add to a theme park have to be new. They can't just be a reimagined repurpose of something else, you know, and that's kind of all they're capable of now. IPs, fads, trends, and rarely last forever. Interest in dinosaurs is eternal. Indeed. And that's why Dinoland should have originally been explored as that kind of a location. You know, the interest in dinosaurs, Disneyland is proved for eternity, because riding through the train, through the diorama of the Grand Canyon and beyond, the dinosaurs in there still draw attention. And that's rudimentary animatronics at its best. You know, with the capabilities that Disney has now and all of their partners who do amazing work, they should be building animatronic things that will carry interest forever. I mean, yes, the attraction there, the Indiana Jones attraction there, that was very underwhelming. You know, with dinosaurs, could have been improved on over many, many years. They never took advantage of those opportunities. Oh, well, we've already got people riding this ride, you know, we're not going to plus it up. Back in the day, you realize Eisner plussing things up, very important. Early in even the new communist leader there, Iger, when he took over, you know, television guy understood that plussing things up was important because his Imagineering department was telling him that. They even plussed up. Think about when they plussed up Thunder Mountain originally. You know, I mean, that attraction got plussing up, and it reinvigorated interest in the attraction, and the area got more use, which means they did more business in the restaurants and the things that surrounded it. They have very short-sighted creative people there, and none of these creatives are either have the weight or the ability to convince people to spend money.
Well, and let's go into some of those creatives right now, because this is a perfect transition to this part of the story right here. Disney officially breaks ground on Tropical America's land, replacing Dinoland USA.
Do you see any men in this picture? Do you see any men?
Is this a? I think this is a guy. Isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
Well, I bring this up because here's the interesting thing. Couple things. One, I don't know anybody in this photo. Okay, this is what we do for a living, folks. We cover theme parks at Disney. I have no idea who these people are. Okay, now the thing, and we're going to key in on that in just a moment right here. But the thing I really want to bring up is that apparently they just put some dirt on the ground and put shovels into it, and that's considered breaking ground.
Well, remember,
weird.
But this is literally an attempt to get DeMauro off the hook. It's shovel ready. Yes. We put some dirt here, and now we can shovel the dirt. Somebody's gonna have to clean that up now. So services staff have to come back out there and clean up this pile of dirt. That's a tripping hazard for guests. What are you doing?
It is very embarrassing. They go over.
It's very embarrassing who's shoveling there too. They don't know how to use a shovel. The heck?
No, they really don't. Some people were actually saying that. Actually,
what should have done is brought some wheelbarrows. Like they obviously put a front loader out there to dump the dirt. They need to have some wheelbarrows back there so these people can shovel it somewhere productive instead of spreading it out more. Great, thanks. We have to clean up more area. At least she could be productive.
Yes. Now,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, no,
Joan Hartwig. It's Joan Hartwig. She's an executive creative director. I do not know who this person is.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Look, and to juxtapose this, okay? Now, Disney did do something kind of similar with the breaking of the ground for the Avatar project at Disney's Animal Kingdom that eventually became Pandora: The World of Avatar. But they spruced up with some hedges. They got a big old Na'vi right there that was posing with them, I believe. And then they got some big shovels in order to kind of play up the fact that this was a big project and everything was going to be ultra scaled for the Na'vi themselves. But you can kind of see right here, you have George Kalogridis, who was the president of Walt Disney World at the time. You had, I don't remember what her name is, but she retired, I think, in 2017. Tom Staggs right there, obviously the head of the parks at that time. John Landau, the producer on the Avatar films, working very closely with Joe Rohde and his team of Imagineers. Yeah, Bruce Vaughn, head of Imagineering at that point, and then Joe Rohde, who needs no introduction. But I can tell you, every single person on this, on this photo, and we can give you detailed descriptions about their life and career. Okay. I can't do that with whoever these people are. I'm sure they're nice people. I'm sure they're, I'm assuming they've earned their role here, but again, questionable when you look at Disney's creative output as of late. And by the way, folks, all those people are pretty much no longer there, less Bruce Vaughn. Bruce Vaughn came back, but everybody else is gone from Disney. George Kalogridis retired. The gal retired right there. Tom Staggs, obviously, he's at Candle Media. John Landau, unfortunately, he passed away. Joe Rohde, no longer there. This is why right? This is what we talk about when we say that the creative engine isn't firing at all cylinders, because literally the people who created that engine aren't there. Culture. Final thoughts on all of this.
I think I've been saying, I think the theme of my entire point to be here today is to say Disney's creatively dead. They have nothing. They don't, nobody here has made themselves stand out because we don't know them. There is no Joe Rohde coming in to save the day. Maybe you get, I don't know how you get Eddie Soto back. There's all these people they could bring in. Right. And that actually understood creativity and seeing in 3 dimensions and the whole 9 yards, people that could step back, see a big picture, understand what needs to be done. They don't have that. And Iger is the worst leader I think I've ever seen. He has exposed himself in his second time around at Disney as being incredibly ineffective and not fulfilling any of the promises that he made when he walked back in the door. If anything, he's made Chapek look way better, which I didn't know was possible. because behind the scenes there were people trying to get him out from the very beginning. There's nothing new here, you know.
No, nothing new here.
Shovels in the dirt. See, that's how it's being advertised over there.
Yes.
By Ronan Bunny.
Shovel ready to the
Shovel ready.
His phone.
Yeah, and I love that it's in front of Muppet. This is the other problem, right? Is they're going to take out things that are useful and don't have to be removed. The Muppetary does not have to be removed.
No,
There's
it does
zero
not.
reason to do it. Yeah.
And that's why people are like, yeah, it's great, guys. It's awesome that you're doing all of this. Obviously, the meme right there with the Muppets. This one being my favorite, though.
So
we want to talk about piles of dirt.
to put a fork in it. Bye.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to Universal.
I agree.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.